Happiness. That's what you might hear if you're walking by the carpenter's house. I wish you were walking by. Maybe you'd stop and we could talk about boots and love and life and other things. But since you're just here on YouTube, you're in the carpenter's office. And today we're going to talk about Roll Club boots by Brian the Bootmaker. I know we were talking about creosote boots. We're going to get back to that hopefully tomorrow as soon as AVFJ40 and his woodshop are available to film the kind of the walking around video of the creosotes. By the way, AVFJ40 is a marvelous woodworker. You'll see more of his woodshop projects, but check him out on IG, AVFJ40, and he's got some fun stuff on there, and sometimes boots too. When I first met Brian the Bootmaker, or became interested, actually, it was in the woodshop of AVFJ40. He has a TV in there and he plays videos of boots and wood projects and stuff, and I saw Brian and went home and began to watch his videos for myself. And my wife is very much a shoe collector and has always been, blows me away with the number of shoes and boots that she has, and I could never equal that. I became interested later on in life after over 12 or 13 years of our relationship, and I wanted to get her something special for her birthday in 2019. I think it was June 25th. I made an appointment prior to that, and we went down on June 25th to LA, and it's about 4.5 hours from here, and we met Brian the Bootmaker. I made a reservation for her and myself to be fitted. You have to reserve a slot of time so that he can fit you, and he gives you a little brief tour of the shop. And I want to tell you that he is a beautiful young man, just a kind and loving soul. He is of Latino, Latin American, and Asian descent. He is humble, he is a little shy, and he's a sweet guy and the type of person that you would just want to hang out with and be around, and he's just easy to be with. Also, when my wife was getting her feet measured, I had a chance to sit and speak in my terrible broken Spanish with Ignacio, the teacher. And I live a lot among a lot of Mexican people. I live in Guadalajara, and being with the teacher was just like being home. He's just such a nice guy. It makes you feel so at ease. I have a lot of friends from Guanajuato. I know that he told me that he started making shoes when he was just a young person, a minor in León, Guanajuato, and immigrated, of course, to the United States and taught Brian his trade. We used to have so much of the world's fine leather shoes and boots coming from Guadalajara, Guanajuato, and Mexico, from Brazil, and now that's going away a lot. A lot of people aren't wanting to use leather because of certain philosophies about animals and their rights and such, and we won't get into that. I love leather shoes. I love leather goods. I do not want anybody or any animal to ever be abused, but I do wear leather shoes. So what I ordered, or what I wanted, what I picked out, and what I told him was these boots in the middle here. These boots in the middle are the, he calls it the RCM 42. It's the 42 last. They are, I wanted a greenish color. They are dark olive horsehide, and they end up looking brown to me. But, you know, I really, really liked them when I got them. And each piece is different. The piece I looked at in the shop was a little bit greener than this. I got double midsole, the light colored cork sole, half cork sole that has his logo and stuff on it. I got red stitching, cap toe, and I just love these boots. And these boots just fit me perfectly. He measured my feet himself, so there was no chance of me screwing up on the measurement. also had been after him to do a resole for me, and I had been emailing him, and I did not realize he had emailed me back. And as soon as he knew that I had fallen short on checking my email, he immediately told me to mail my resole, and I got my resole back pretty quick. These are a pair of Red Wing 8882s, the Indigos, mock toe. They are very rare. I waited a long time to get them. I had them resoled with a kind of a caramel color half sole, roll club sole, and I just really like these boots. And this is the only pair I have. In regards to buying used boots, I bought these used. I know a lot of guys think that used boots are kind of yucky. You know, when I get them, I kind of do like a lint roller. I wrap some blue masking tape backwards around my hand, and I spray some Lysol in there, and then I just kind of put my hand in and just kind of, lots of times there's just pet hair and lint and stuff like that in a used pair of shoes. And I just kind of clean them out, then I Lysol them again, then I let them air out, and then I just wear them. You know, and I wash my socks every time I wear a pair of shoes or boots. Some guys say that the footbed will already be impressed, and you shouldn't do that. When you buy a used pair of shoes, we're going to talk about this pair, which I also got used. When you buy a used pair of shoes, they show pictures of the soles. If they're not showing pictures of the soles on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or Etsy or wherever you get it, don't buy it or ask them for a picture. Because if they are the original soles and they're not that worn down, usually the footbed is not too imprinted. And lots of people are using insoles, and so there's no imprint on the footbed either. The other marker that I use is when I get a pair, I look at of Red Wings, is what I really started out collecting. I look at that tag on the inside. The ones that you cannot read anything on the tag anymore, or barely read it, those are pretty well worn. It's a good indication of how worn they are. And the only problem I've ever had with buying used boots is when the footbed inside was curled up. I believe that is from a lot of sweat or water, people that live in snowy conditions. And so you do have to be careful of that, because you will feel it kind of on the sides and the ends of your toes, the footbed curling up. You are kind of taking your chances, but think about it. I got these Roll Club lace to toe monkey boots, veg tan leather, for less than half of what people are paying for him to build them now. And I bought these online. They fit me perfectly, and I've worn them one or two times. There, you can still see his little arms with the hammer. They don't have that much wear, and there was absolutely no impression on the footbed, and I am so blessed. So what my point is, for the price that you're paying, the money that you're saving for used boots, every once in a while you may get something that's misrepresented that you can't return, and just chalk it up to trying to get a good deal, because that's the way it works. This pair and this pair came in Brian's own hand screen printed boxes. You might have seen a recent video by him where he was actually in the screen print shop making his own boxes. It also says on the end, it's very nice, it's got the customer's name, the last, the size, and the leather. And I really like that. This came with the original box. It had the other gentleman's first name on the box there, and I just kind of used one of the label makers and put my name on it. This pair that I bought used is like, I don't know, it might be the favorite pair in my collection, and you know that my collection's massive. And these monkey boots are just so wonderful that Brian does. My wife's pair that she received are also monkey boots, and I might show you that sometime. I don't have them here with me today, but these are just amazing. Also, I just put them on. It doesn't seem like there's much of a break-in with these Roll Club boots. They're just fitted to my feet, and they feel so good, and his skill is so wonderful. When we ordered in June of 2019, he told us that our delivery date would be April. I think it was June. I think he was 2 or 3 months late, but that was a couple months before our delivery is when COVID started, and I know everything just changed right there. So for him to be able to deliver within a year's time during COVID, I was very impressed by that. I thought it was a long wait. I know now that many boots have a long wait. So in order to get these amazing boot makers, we have here in the United States, we have Creosote, we have Roll Club, Gabbard and Brian the Bootmaker, and their own heritage styles and lasts and what they do is just something here in the United States that we're so blessed and honored to have bootmakers like them, and with such attention to detail. And with my creosotes, Gabbard is just checking with me almost daily about how I feel about them, how the fit is, and I will do the try-on video hopefully tomorrow on that. If you are wondering about me, a little bit more about me, I will be doing some videos on my philosophy about happiness and about life. And so thank you for joining today. And thank you for looking at my boots and for spending time with me. And I pray that you are happy. I pray that you are well. And I know that if you're not feeling good, if you're depressed, if you're isolated, please, there are people in this world and around you, you may not know them too well, but I think you know who they are, people that are safe, people that are non-judgmental. Please reach out to those people and speak with them and ask for help when you need it. Please do not be isolated and alone and depressed during these uncertain times. And if in each day you do not feel love, I will tell you that the carpenter loves you. Have a happy day.